Good afternoon. It is Saturday, June 7th, a little after 2 in the afternoon. Happy birthday, Diane. I'm in Front Royal, Virginia. 1788. Here's an old trolley. Kind of neat. Just on display. Front Royal Train Company. Unbeknownst to me, I did not know today, but Mountain Trails is an outfitter in town, and they just so happen to have my Olympus 5s in my size for 50% off. So I think they were $87. Can't beat that. Really, really awesome. And to top it off, at the town park, if you will, they have everything set up here. Doing burgers and hot dogs on the grill.
Go out, turn it on.
Nice.
Push the button.
Mountain Trails. And they have sodas and waters and napkins and forks and plates and hamburgers and hot dogs and potato salad and pasta salad, chips, fruit, Oreo cookies, and I mean even gourmet whole grain mustard, strawberries, cookies. So this one is chocolate chip cookie. So I think I'm going to take one. How's that? So we have Rail Stretcher getting a little more to eat. Fun fact is having his lunch right now. Well, I took a cookie and I still didn't finish that yet, but that's okay. I got a new CNOC bag because my CNOC bag was had sprung a leak after the first month, and then I've been just messing with it with shoe glue and trying to get it taken care of. So yeah, great time in town. We're taking a zero today because after 2 weeks on trail, my feet and everything were pretty sore. So a lot of rocks. So, but it's a pretty nice town. We went to the brewery last night. They had the laundry and everything for us, so that was great. Staying in the motel, so we got one more night. So yeah, good time here. I didn't even know this was happening today. We just happened to luck out. Here it is. Got my shoes, got a new CNOC, got enough food. So it's good stuff. All good stuff. All right. I will let you go, and I'll talk to you a little later on today. Have a good afternoon. Good morning. It is Sunday, June 8th. Some gray clouds, gray skies, and a few showers. Looks like it's going to be kind of a wet day today. We're going to be heading back on trail shortly. Front Royal. It's a great town to stop in. Lots of hiker catering, free food. The outfitters in town was great. I did get a new pair of shoes. Hopefully that helps my feet out. But I'm all packed up, ready to go, waiting for Fun Fact and Rail Stretcher to finish packing up. We got a ride basically set up for this afternoon, or this morning I should say, so we can get back to trail. I don't know how far we're going to make it today. I was hoping for a 15-mile day, but it is 10 minutes to 9. So we'll see. We'll see. Anxious to get to Harper's Ferry. We should be there, I don't by day 3 anyway, unless we don't make our miles. So I think it's only like 30-something miles to Harper's Ferry, but that's kind of an exciting milestone for me. My feet are feeling good this morning. I wore my new shoes a little bit yesterday just to get used to them a little bit. Be heading out here shortly. So I'll let you know when we're back on trail. And I'll let you know what we come across today and how far we make it. Alrighty. I'll talk to you soon. Good afternoon. It is Sunday, June 8th, about 12 o'clock. It rained really hard when we first started on trail. We got a ride back from town with Iron Mike, former thru-hiker who lives in town. He's kind of dedicated his world around the AT and helping hikers and making sure that we are safe. He was part of the hiker feed yesterday. As far as preparation, he works at the outfitters there as well. So, good guy. Really good guy. Appreciate that a lot. Iron Mike. So, we are back on trail. Too late of a start, but fun fact, also needed to get some liners inside of his Hokas because his feet were really hurting. They didn't have his size shoe, so he wound up just putting some insoles in, and his shoes, yeah, the bottoms are kind of worn out, just like mine were getting. And it's, well, you know, you get this kind of weather and you get wet on the trail and you can't. He fell twice. Once was on some boards, which we already know are slippery, but he had doesn't have much traction, so yeah, he wiped out pretty hard, but fell backwards onto his pack, so he didn't get hurt, thankfully. And then he did it again on the side of the trail. Just the foot went off from underneath him, bent his toes back, and landed on his knees, but he seems to be going all right. So yeah, it was a great time in town. It really was. Front Royal, awesome place. Lots of stuff, lots and lots of stuff. Very, very hiker friendly. I'm just amazed. Front Royal is, I think, 8 miles from the trailhead where it crosses the road. And that was too far to want to walk. Yeah, I didn't really want to walk 8 miles into town, but we wound up getting the trolley into town. Went to the Den, which is supported by the local brewery with the showers and the free laundry, everything. All that stuff was free. So up in front of me we have rail stretcher. And fun fact, I just held back a little bit here so I could get a video going. But it's quite damp, very damp and wet and greasy, and the new shoes are awesome. So far I have remained upright and not horizontal. That's a good start, huh? Let's see, the first shelter that we come to is going to be about 6 miles. We do have Iron Mike's number, and he's keeping an eye on the weather because last week they had a couple tornadoes and heavy rains. So he's probably going to send out a message. He wants everybody to be safe, so he did tell us there's a shelter 6 miles ahead here, which I think I already knew that, but wasn't certainly wasn't where we were going to stay. But he said if the weather gets, we get some severe weather, because it is still humid. It rained pretty hard, but he said he'll let us know. And he said that the shelter that's 6 miles out here, he said, was a good shelter for if there was a storm or something to come through. He said just get there and duck into it. So we're hoping that doesn't happen. I'd like to get as far as we can today to get that much closer to Harper's Ferry. Oh, I'm so excited about getting to Harper's Ferry. So I got quite a bit to eat in town, which is good because I'm 164 pounds. So that's not good. 164 pounds is really bad. Very, very bad. But I am trying, doing my best to eat. But it is very expensive in town. I could have eaten more probably, but I got to space the money out, I guess. Nobody will ever know. Raindrops on the leaves. Quite a nice day. Right now, because I'm not getting rain down for one. This, on the other hand, is a little more interesting. I hope I don't fall. There we go. I was pretty sure this was going to happen anyway. It rained hard. All right. So I wanted to get a video out while it wasn't raining, just to get some kind of documentation for today. Yeah, the hiker feed yesterday was so fabulous. I had no idea that it was even happening. Sorry about that. I had to fix my poles. Oh boy. Yeah, hamburgers, hot dogs, chips, sodas, waters. What else? All the condiments that go with that. They were actually cooked on a charcoal grill. So I think the Denton shelter, which is 2 miles ahead, is the one that we could duck into, I guess, if a storm came up. But this afternoon it's supposed to be pretty stormy. So what else was that? Oh, they had all kinds of pastries there. They had, like Little Debbie type pastries too, which they, at the end of the day, they were going to run it till 5, and I think they shut down a little bit early, like around between 3:30 and 4 o'clock, and they wanted us to have the pastries and stuff, so they gave us what was left of pastries, and I packed out 2 of them. I don't know how much Fun Fact and Rail Stretcher packed out, but I just packed out 2 of those and a banana that I did not eat yesterday. So last night I had Thai food. I didn't get anything real spicy. I had teriyaki chicken, rice, and broccoli. So that was good. It was good, yeah. And I drank quite a bit of water too. So, and then we did go to the brewery, which was like right next to it, basically, and had one drink, which Rail Stretcher paid for, and I appreciate that. My body was telling me this morning that I could have used a second day, not because of the town, not because of a vortex, not because of any of that, but I had to hobble my way to the bathroom. Felt like my ankle was swollen. And I think it was. I have no idea why. It's okay now. I took some ibuprofen. Once I get up and going around a bit, it was better. So, and now I couldn't even tell anything was wrong this morning. So, all right. Enough of my ramble, I guess. And we'll continue north here and see where we're at. Look at these trees. So tall, so straight. Craziness. All right. Everybody have a good day. And I'll catch up with you a little bit later, as long as it's not pouring rain. Sunday, June 8th. Jim and Molly Denton Shelter. Check this place out. Wrap around deck.
It's a solid town back there.
Locked on the inside.
Yeah, it's like a really cool trail town that actually is like, hey, hikers.
They even have a pavilion out here with a picnic table underneath it. Homemade gutters that aren't going to be broken. Nice fireplace. Big fireplace. Campsites. There's a spring up the trail a little bit. There is an actual shower down here. Look at this. Horseshoe pit. I mean, it rained pretty hard here, but this is pretty nice. Go check out that shower. Look at the shelter. I mean, this is nicer than the shelters in the National Forest, for crying out loud. So they do have some cages I noticed around certain trees. Probably to hopefully keep the deer from maybe eating them. Maybe they planted some trees, I'm not really sure. Gravity-fed water. There's your shower. Check that out. That's just perfect. I'd like to wash my legs off, but I don't think I'll bother it yet because they're just going to get more muddy now. There's a place here that you could, I guess, draw some water from that if you needed to. It is possible that they fill it that way too. I don't really know how it gets filled, to be honest, but it does have an overflow, I guess, too. Pretty nice. Looks like they keep the grass pretty well mowed too. This is a beautiful place. Really, really nice. Really, really nice. Bare pole to hang our things on. And we do have some sunshine right now. We're going to get back on trail. We just stopped in to use the bathroom. Really nice place. All right, I'm going to let you go. Again, this is the Jim and Molly Denton Shelter. Pretty cool. Really nice. All right, I'll catch up to you soon. Back on trail in a minute. Good afternoon. It is 4 o'clock, Saturday, June, I have no idea, I can't read my watch. June 8th. I should have known that. Sunday, June 8th. I can see it better when I zoom in with my phone. Let's see. So we have like 4 miles left for the day. We're gonna hit, I think it was 15.2 miles. As you can see, it is a little froggy out here. And the trail is still muddy. It's really like slimy. So we have like another 500 feet of ascent to go before we hit in the next 4 miles here anyway, before we get to that next shelter. Rail stretcher backed off a little bit on the push, and he's taking his time, which is what he needed to do. So we will meet him here tonight. I just wanted to try to get another video in while it's not raining. Birds are still singing. How do you like that snare I have hanging at the front of the camera? My pole strap. I was trying to adjust my hand. So yeah, we've made our goal for today, which is great. We got a late start. The rain pushed us along pretty good this morning. We stopped at the first shelter we came to, which was, I can't remember the name of it now, but it was really nice. I took a video there. Outdoor shower, pavilion type thing with a picnic table underneath it. Deck on the front of the shelter. Adirondack couch, if you will. Very nice. Anyway, and the sun was out while we were there, so but we've been climbing pretty good today overall, getting out of the town, but it is pretty foggy in here. So anyway, we pushed on past the first shelter, and we just passed another shelter back. So we want to get to Harper's Ferry on day 3, I guess. Today would be considered day 1, and then day 2. I think we were like 45 miles, so 15 miles a day will get us there on, let's see, say Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Will get us there on Tuesday, which is kind of fun. We'll see when we get there. And I'm hoping that my feet will dry out tomorrow. There's still a chance of thunderstorms, I guess, tomorrow. But after that, we're looking at sunshine. Temperatures in the 60s, a light breeze. No, that's just wishful thinking. We are supposed to have some sunshine. I have no idea what the temperature is going to be. So, yeah, here we are back into a few rocks. Nothing serious. Alrighty. So I'll let you know how things go tonight when we get to the shelter. Hopefully it's not overcrowded. I know there's a few people ahead of us, so we will see. We shall see. Alright. I wish there was a little more to show you, but there really isn't much for views other than fog. So I know I'm going to have to put on some dry clothes when I get to where we're going so I don't get cold. TK's out in front of us here. It's unpacked, and then myself. They'll catch up when tonight. He'll be here tonight. All right. Sounds like the wind is going to blow, and that means the rain drops are going to fall off the trees, and my phone's going to do a wacko thing. So I will let you go, and I'll catch up with you tonight. Good evening. It is Sunday, June 8th. 15.2 miles today. Happy with that. We hiked it in 6 hours and 45 minutes. We pushed pretty hard today to make it this far. The weather has been the same all day. Fog, some showers. It rained really hard when we first started today. And thank you again, Iron Mike, for the ride back to the trailhead. Much, much appreciated. 10:45 is when we got started on trail today, and I really had my doubts that we were gonna make this 15.2 mile day happen. But both of us want to get to Harper's Ferry in the next 3 days, and it was 45 miles away, and now it's not. Now it's 30 miles away, so a couple more 15-mile days and we should be good. That's the plan right now. We did push pretty hard today, but we did make it to the shelter, got space in the shelter, so hopefully we'll have a good night and get some good rest. So this is our water source for today. This is the trail that actually goes to it. The other one that I started the video on was just up a little bit further, but near a tent site. So, blowing pretty good. At least it's not muddy. It could be a lot different. But. Yeah, so we hiked onto the first shelter, which was 6 miles. We stopped in there and took a pack break. I think we were there for probably 20 minutes, maybe. And then we headed right back out. We had a snack and a drink, and I did a little video out there. And then we moved on, and we went right past the next shelter and to this one here. So we had a goal set, and we pushed pretty hard to get here, but we were here 5:30. So happy with that time. Rail stretcher is here now. He came in with us, well, behind us. So I'm glad he's here. We'll try for another 15 mile or so tomorrow, and one more after that. Gonna be hitting the roller coaster pretty soon, but I'm not really exactly sure when or where it starts. So I guess I'll find out when I start going up and down. Now, I think there's a sign at the beginning of it anyway, so let's see. Yeah, not a lot of things happened today. I did get some video. Just not much, but walking along talking, and you can see, the fog was it was not much but this today. So we did get soaked at the beginning, but I'm not going to say I'm dry now, but I'm drier than I was. So, but the fog is hard to, everything's going to be wet tomorrow. Socks, shoes. So maybe, just maybe, we'll get some sunshine tomorrow, and that'll help dry things out. So that would be fantastic. I got to the shelter tonight, and I just don't feel like cooking anything. It's so awful of me. I don't know. I did have a protein bar and one of the Little Debbie snack cakes and jelly beans and iced tea and lemonade. Terrible supper. Terrible, terrible. But there's a lot of people here. They've got stuff everywhere, and yeah, I'd have to go stand outside somewhere on the steps or something to try to do something. So I decided I'm not gonna deal with that tonight, because it would be more stressful for me. So I didn't do it. But I have some more jelly beans left. I'll probably eat those when I get back up there. So the store didn't have lunch stuff that I wanted. I wanted a jar of peanut butter and jelly. or a plastic container of peanut butter and jelly mix. And they didn't have any. So I could have just bought a thing of peanut butter, and hindsight was it would have been better to have the peanut butter, and I could have put some honey on it and eaten it that way, but it's too late now. There's no stores out here. So next stores are going to be somewhere around 30 miles away. So, but it's okay. I have bars. I do have some granola for tomorrow. That's what I did for breakfast stuff instead of oatmeal, because I was getting tired of oatmeal. So I might just eat it dry tomorrow. So I won't need any water or anything tonight, even though I've been down to the water like 7 times now, walking back and forth. Loosening my body back up after today. This is a nice shelter too. It has a full porch with a picnic table underneath it and benches around. But there's quite a few people here tonight, trying to avoid the thunderstorms that are predicted. So we had one roll through a little while ago, but not a lot of water. So food bags are all hung. And my camera's doing a little bit weird things tonight. Everything's a little damp. I tried to plug it in and it started making that noise. Alert, water, something. So I just unplugged it. And I'll put it in my sleeping bag tonight. See if I can get it to charge. If not, I'll be running low on battery probably. Oh goodness. All right. Guess that's it for today. Our goal was met. Good 0 day yesterday. Good push today. I think we're gonna call it a day pretty soon. It's early yet, but yeah, it's just 7:30, I believe. There's a few people up still talking, but it's dark. The camera video lightens it up around so you can still see a little bit better, but yeah. All right, folks, I will say goodnight, and let's hope tomorrow's leaves are a little drier than tonight's.